conversation expected to continue after we go away for this 2-minute break. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We are going to head back out to Washington, D.C. as we continue to listen into this Senate hearing discussing the U.S. impacts on the Panama Canal. On the other side of this will be my colleague Stephanie Quinue. You're watching Live Now from Fox.
The free world is something that would be absolutely a net huge positive to that area.
Well, I can say this, that is probably one of the top contraband areas in the world just because of its geographical location and the amount of containers that they move. So I think any time that we can lower the amount of contraband being distributed around the world, we'd be doing a good service.
So, Mr. Chairman, like I said earlier, we ratified that treaty here in the United States Senate. I'd love to see us de-ratify it.
Thank you. Senator Capito.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you all for being here today. Really interesting hearing. In the year 1913, the governor of West Virginia said that the Panama Canal would be critical to the state's coal industry. What was then true is still true today. 11% of the cargo that goes through that canal is coal. Chairman Solly, thank you for your military service and for your great insight into this, into Panama. I know that the draft restrictions have been brought up already today, but the fact that bulk goods like West Virginia coal and other forms of energy cannot always be fully loaded to go through the canal is a major problem. I know they're investing about $900 million to try to make the canal more resilient, but what ways can we assure that our state's energy exports are actually getting where they need to go when they need to get there?
That's a very good question, Senator, and the bulk and the coal are probably the most affected by the draft restrictions that we have. The container ships and the passenger vessels have a much lighter draft. We talked extensively with the Canal Authority and also with the government of Panama on how they need to add water to the fresh water to the system. They're losing about 1 or 2% a year. So if they continue this way, the Panama Canal will be severely diminished by up to maybe 40% by 2050. So fresh water is definitely the key to this. I know that they are working with the Army Corps of Engineers. We've seen some of those studies, and they have put a variety of options out there for the Canal Authority to go ahead and take advantage of.
Let me ask this probably quite simple question is why would they be in opposition to putting more fresh water in the canal?
I don't believe, well, the Canal
I mean,
Authority.
it sounds easy, so maybe it's not quite as
The
easy.
Canal Authority isn't. The issue that they have is maybe 10 years ago, environmentalists kind of restricted what their watershed was of the canal, and that law has just recently been overturned, so now the canal actually has access to the watershed. So what they have to do is a major infrastructure project to go ahead and pull that water in. And at the same time that they are saving up or raising the fees for the major infrastructure project, they're giving more and more money to the national coffers. So it's up to about $2.4 billion right now, and they're saving for the infrastructure project.
Is that the $900 million infrastructure package I referenced? Is that the same project?
I believe it is. The Rio Indio?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So along with that, issue going through the canal, not just the offloading or, I mean, it's hard to offload coal out of a bulk container. I mean, that's not an easy thing to do if you can even do it. Is this whole thing about congestion pricing, kind of, nobody here from New York, are they? But, you know, the congestion pricing at the canal where you can outbid and skip the line, so then the line can be like 14 days later, even if you were at the front of the line. This is probably what Senator Sheehy's wondering, like, how did I get in front of him kind of question. So how is that working, and is that fair, and who makes the judgment? That to me, you were talking about corruption, that to me sounds like you could really be padding somebody's pockets here to be able to jump the line and have a significant effect.
Yeah, Senator, it is a auction system. It is being utilized more and more, and it is what I was most concerned about and continue to be most concerned about, not necessarily right now because the unusual draft restrictions are not going on, but if there is another water shortage, the regular toll revenue has increased in terms of the canal, but what was really increased is the special revenue that they get from various fees and from this this auction thing.
There you go. There it is. It is lunchtime, X-Talkers. That's right. You tuned to X-Talk Live for lunchtime today on the old X.com. I am Chris Crash Taylor in the big chair for you today, along with the one, the only Miss.
Yes.
Well, I don't know whether to call you ZDK or Heil.
Or Kitler. Kitler. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we got a good show for you today, as always, with new and improved things.
Yes. We're taking a little break from the pets today, are we not?
We are.
Because Crash found this really cool channel, and I want to show you.
Any chance I can get off the dog show, I'm all for it.
I mean, I don't know why. Like, I love the pets. Everybody loves the pets.
I guess everybody but me. All right. Well, if you'll focus your attention in the upper right of your screen, you'll see the beautiful portraits of myself in the Kita.
Meow.
Here we go. Oh, my goodness. What is it? What is it?
What is it?
Is it a Buick? We don't know. Is it a Chevy? Not with the trunk like that.
Is it a Ford?
No more shoveling. Let technology take over. Are you listening? That's right.
Yeah.
It's time to let technology do the work for you.
This is a great channel. I mean, these to me are the reasons for AI, these kind of applications.
Oh, yeah.
It's a channel called AI Retro Rewind, and it's quite futuristically retro, which is kind of bizarre. But we just we're enthralled by this today. Yeah, I couldn't stop watching. Look at that thing. That's the land shark.
The land
it.
shark.
Yeah.
Yes, like our Browsertron 5000. This is the land shark 2000.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, coffee.
I swear KitchenAid's going to come out with this.
Yeah, really. I don't know why it's perpetually winter on this channel, but okay. It's winter. It goes with our theme.
I think it's because it's winter
Yeah,
now.
perhaps. Perhaps.
Oh, wow. Your future
this
awaits.
is awesome. This is awesome.
Your future awaits. Explore, relax, and stay warm. That's right. Go out and explore the snowy forest.
Yeah. Oh, look at RoboCat. I have to have that.
He is cool.
It's super cool.
All right.
Tabletop fireplace.
There you go. So it's the Tech Pet Collective.
Yeah.
There you go.
Very cool. Well, it goes also with what I always say is that sometimes true progress means knowing when to go back.
Right.
And I believe this is what we're doing.
Well, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but I sure as hell would like to see women in dresses like these again.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I want the clothes. I miss the clothes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I agree.
So anyway, we'll let you kick back like this lady with her pointy boobs and just listen to the Robo Radio or whatever the hell it is standing there beside her.
Right.
Maybe it's life support. She doesn't look like she's breathing.
I don't know, but those look really good, and I want one.
Again,
I'll eat anything she makes.
If KitchenAid is seeing this, tell you guys, this is the design of tomorrow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Or maybe Elon Musk could start his own kitchenwares company.
Perhaps. I mean, it's not out of the realm.
No.
He's done everything else. But
Well, yeah, except innovate something.
you're funny.
I know.
So the funny thing is, there's this one you'll see soon, and it's got a roast on it. And I think that she just does the Jetson thing where she drops a pill into the thing and boom, pops out a roast. That's cool. When are they going to come out with that? Because dinner would be so much easier.
Right.
I'll take it. Oh, there is one fail on here, though, that you pointed out to me, Crash. The chick is drinking the coffee and she misses her mouth and
Dumps
just
it all
spills
over
it on herself.
Yeah.
AI is not perfect. So.
Well, no, it's not. And as we can clearly tell by some of the automotive accessories in there as well.
Yes.
I'm liking this version of a bot over Elon's. I'm just going to say, I like this 50s styling to robots.
Yeah, no. I'll take Optimus. Thanks.
Optimus?
That's the name of
What,
Elon's robot.
He even stole that?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
God, so literally the man has innovated nothing. Nope. Just rip off everybody.
I disagree. He's improved upon existing things.
Oh.
How about that? Let's go that way.
Yes.
Don't pick out my Elon.
My life is so much better because of him.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Well, it will be when we're living on Mars. Maybe it'll look like that.
Wait a minute. You just had us last week moving to Greenland.
Yeah. I can't decide.
That was last week, folks. She wanted us to move to Greenland, pick up the whole family, move them out to Greenland. We're going to be Americans in Greenland.
Yes.
That's what we're going to do. That was the plan last week. This week now, she's taking us all to Mars.
Yes.
And they're putting all the criminals in Greenland.
Right. We'll get to that. That's a great story, and we'll get to that. So, yeah. But anyway, enjoy this futuristic retrospective.
Yes.
And
it's definitely eye candy.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like,
Sweet.
well, what guy wouldn't want to look like him?
Right. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Of course, that totally did look like me
It did.
When
Actually,
I was 23.
It does look like you.
There's a lot of them in here that look like you when you were younger, too.
All the redheads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There she is.
Well, no, not that one.
No, not that one.
That looks like Christina Ricci, for God's sakes.
And yes, if folks are wondering, I would drive a peach-colored car.
Yeah, right?
Mhm.
I wouldn't.
Well, it's got to have white walls, though, if you're going peach. It just does.
I'll take the coat.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the fashion is just incredible. I love it.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
Always was.
Yeah. Make America look like that again.
Yeah.
Let's
there
do
you
it.
go.
Let's do it.
Well, you know, it's funny because I'm reminded of, looking at these, I'm reminded of two places in the world in 1953. Specifically that year. The places are Kabul, Afghanistan, and the other place is Tehran.
Okay.
Both those places, and it's all documented for historical records, nobody can argue with it, they looked like this. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The Western's influence back then was kind of the other way around. They were all taking our lead, see?
Right.
Yeah. So what happened 78 years ago?
Yeah, well, that's it. Sharia. Yeah. Sharia happened.
Sharia Twain.
Somebody should write a song with that in it.
Yeah, really.
It's such a cool word for such an awful thing.
My Sharia.
There you go. Yes. Oh, I see a parody video now.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, my God.
I got to get to that stuff.
Yeah, we really do. I'm still working on learning the whole AI video thing.
Well, and we're working on investors too. We got another one. Another one's coming.
Oh, thank the gods.
He's coming.
Yes.
And I've been hard at work in the studio on the next gear list.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're taking it up the next notches now, and the next notches will include
Us on there.
No, we can do us on there now.
Well, I don't want to do us on there now. I have too many other things going on to get ready to be on camera every day.
We spared no expense in cameras and lighting and everything
True
else
story.
in this studio to make you look awesome, to be on the damn thing.
Right.
And you're not on the damn thing.
Well, because right now I'm just hanging out in my camos with my hair up in a bun and doing the show. And
well, yeah,
I
you're
like
sick,
it like
but,
that.
You know.
Well, that's true.
Okay,
that
great.
Too.
Yeah, but
all right, moving on. 12 to 12. We have a time schedule here.
We do. Well, let's get to the first one up today, and this one is a heavy one. Oh, that's right. Have you heard about it? This woman just filed a lawsuit against Lyft after a driver refused her ride because she could not fit in the car. I'm not even kidding. She could not fit in the car. Here she is. Oh, okay. It's dumb music.
Yeah, it is dumb music.
Yeah, I can do that here.
Yes, fair point.
See?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Fat chick. All right. Next.
Our own soundtrack.
Boom. Lyft logo.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. We got the just that good. Okay. So yeah, denied because you wouldn't fit in the car. 550 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I know all you truck drivers out there got yourselves a nice 1/2 or 3/4 ton, or some of you lucky guys have even got a 1 or 2 ton truck you're driving around. 550 pounds in a passenger seat or a back seat seriously changes the characteristics of how the vehicle drives.
Yeah, he pulled up in a sedan or something.
Well, if you look at Lyft and Uber and all these things, these are all people with, little 4-door cars
They're
or
personal cars.
those mid-range SUVs. Neither one of them, I would submit, are able to take 550 pounds in a seat any day and really do anything. Like it's a safety thing.
Right.
It increases braking distance. There's all kinds of characteristics that a driver, especially untrained, like most of these Uber and Lyft drivers are, wouldn't have a clue about their increase in braking distance because of a 1/2 ton in the back seat. So
right.
There's serious concerns here, but now of course social media is lighting up thanks to libs of TikTok putting this out now. Now apparently she is a rapper, and I have never heard of her before.
No.
So she's a failed rapper who's now using her fat ass to try and get famous.
Right, exactly. Well, that's it in a nutshell. It's a payday. That's all it's about. And I'm very surprised at Lyft for apologizing to her and not standing behind their driver, because ultimately it's the drivers of these services that have the last determination.
Well, and this is another interesting thing, too, on a legal side of things. Where does the liability with Uber or Lyft stop, and where does it take over by the person who's contracting to drive? Because this takes me back to that whole, you are the media now.
Right.
Yeah, well, go out and report some stuff that's not true and see how long you last, because I'm telling you, there's armies of lawyers just waiting for this.
Right, exactly. Hopefully, one of the things Trump can do is get us to be a less litigious society, because it's really done damage too.
Well, I think his experience in court has led him to some conclusions about that.
Perhaps. But you're right. Where does the liability end? So let's say he had taken her to wherever she wanted to go.
Right.
And there was either damage to the vehicle, or, there was an accident because he's not used to driving.
A wet fart in the seat.
Whatever it is, right? So where does Lyft's responsibility come if he had done that?
Right.
Exactly. Or is he just SOL with his own personal auto insurance?
Well, and see, this is what I'm thinking is going to be what we are going to find out as more people do these things and
Right.
things happen. We're going to find out that, guess what? Little guy, you're on the hook. Us big corporations are just fine.
Exactly. And Bubba made a good point in the chat as well, that it's entirely up to the driver to choose who they drive. It's their personal safety at issue.
That's right.
I mean, let's say she wasn't fat, but she was shady AF. And he refuses to drive her. Is he going to get in trouble with Lyft because he refused to take the shady AF person? Right?
That's literally an excuse. Well, she was shady AF.
Exactly. Because you get that,
Right.
I mean, we've even seen movies where they joke about it and, they'll call an Uber to pick them up like at a heist and be the getaway car. Like, what about stuff like that?
Well, no, I think I would prefer Jason Statham.
Well, me too, but I'm just saying, yes, that is typical,
We had an agreement for 423 pounds.
Right, exactly.
Not 550 pounds plus 423 pounds.
Yes, exactly. So I think they need to sort their stuff out, like big time.
Well, to
and
me,
they should back this driver.
Well, absolutely they should. But of course, it's go to the gun thing. You're a gun owner. You open carry in your state. You're walking around with your gun on your hip. Yeah, Billy, that's my Wilson Combat Range Officer. You like that?
Oh, God.
Oh, yes, I like that, sir. Can I touch it? So those people, right? Ultimately, it's up to them. They can pull that thing out anytime and blow anybody they want away. Problem is, there's consequences, right? The maker of the Wilson Combat Range Officer pistol isn't going to court.
No.
No, it's you, because you pulled that thing out and shot so-and-so.
Right, but I'm still missing the correlation between the fat passenger and the driver.
I don't know. I just thought I'd
Throw that in for
Wilson
entertainment
Combat
value.
Range Officer.
He just likes to say that a lot. Right. So, but Lyft really needs to back this driver. And I hope that other drivers that drive for Lyft stick up for this guy too.
Oh, yeah, but then you see it's going to...
Unionize the Lyft.
Exactly. See, we're going back to 1982, Lech Walesa in Poland. Solidarność.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, I kind of thought that we'd really moved past unions, especially with the busting up of the mafia.
Well, look, if you're talking about legalities, then she has no right suing Lyft. They didn't make the decision. She should be suing the dude.
There we go.
So this poor dude's got nothing. What does she hope to get? They should disallow her from suing Lyft because Lyft didn't make the decision.
You know what? I'm just going to put it out there. I don't think she's looking for anything but notoriety in the media.
Yeah, maybe some pants. I mean, honestly.
Maybe a sponsorship from Marie Callender.
You know, it's not like, look at the other one. What was the other fat chick rapper?
Lizzo.
Thank you. Look at Lizzo. I mean, under pressure, under public pressure, she decided to get healthy, and she's doing amazing. She is. You should see her now. She doesn't look like that
I'm
anymore.
sorry. I still can't get that image of two spheres of Mars coming together as she
Yes.
boarded a plane.
Yes.
No.
But
I don't
she's
care.
really done good. She's worked out. She's really done good.
Yeah, okay, great. You wear a G-string lace body lingerie thing and get on an airplane in front of me. I don't care about you.
All right.
I'm sorry. Not looking like that. Nope.
I hear you. I understand. But at first, that was her gimmick.
Right.
That was what separated her from the other black rapper women. Right? It was all the meat and the juice.
Lift and separate.
Yes.
Well,
So this is what this chick is going for now, because Lizzo decided to get healthy and not be, a big butterball.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to take Lizzo's place as that representation.
doesn't she know DEI is dead?
Exactly. That's another thing.
Oops.
My response to this, my first response was maybe last year. When you were going to sue Lyft, maybe last year.
Oh my
that
God,
stuff's not
that's
going to fly.
That's so last year.
Well, the lawyers are going after that, fat people are a protected class. And so it's like super illegal.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no.
They're not protected
I
when
said-
they're not protected when they're on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Sorry.
I said she would have to buy 2 plane seats.
Yeah.
So if she'd have to buy 2 plane seats from the airline, then it kind of negates that whole principle. Right?
Well, let's see. They got business class economy. What is that?
Extra cargo.
Twin cheeks.
I don't know. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, that was just the first story I saw upon waking this morning.
Yeah, I mean, what a horrible one that was. I'm
It was.
surprised you didn't just shut everything down and go back to sleep. Yeah, I would have.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on today, going back over to good old supplier of great stuff for us, End Wokeness, post Captain America 2025.
Oh.
Quote, to me, Captain America represents a lot of things, and America isn't one of them. Now, there's a video here
Yes.
watched by 3.2 million people.
Right.
But I have to warn you, it's only 8 seconds long. He's not very long-winded.
Thank
You ready?
God.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. For me,
Oh, wow. I'm a loudmouth black man. I'll say what the hell I want now, and fuck everybody.
Okay, so here's the thing. He went on to talk about that Captain America stands for like integrity and doing the right thing and doing what he says he's going to do and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Hello. And then, you have the loser comic book people in the thread going, well, Captain America was always against the government. He was for America. Hi. We just proved in November that America isn't its government.
Captain America was a member of the government. Oh, and
Yes.
and he was recruited by deep state black ops.
Yes, but
Hello?
that's the point. He was always willing to do the right thing as opposed to just, doing the globalist thing.
Really?
That part is true. But here's the thing. We just proved in November that America is not its government. That's exactly what we just proved.
Mm-hmm.
So still spewing that woke stuff might have been great
Last
for
year.
our movement last year.
It's so last year.
Exactly. But, nobody wants to see it anyway. To us, he's like DEI Captain America. And not doing it.
even that other Nazi that played the white Captain America,
Oh, yeah.
whatever the hell his name was, I don't
Chris
care.
Evans.
Yeah.
He is a super liberal, God.
Yeah, like not as in superhero, just super.
Yeah, he's wearing a G-string under his jeans and stuff. Super
Yeah, it's
liberal.
funny you say that because my thoughts immediately go to Gary and Andy every time I see that. The ambiguously gay duo.
Oh, okay. Vaguely. Yeah. Yeah, vaguely. But yeah, he's just, Hollywood just needs to be.
Oh, well, they're going to be.
Yeah, they will.
Oh, yeah. No more 500,000 kids a year. You watch.
Well, now that he said this, Like everybody's like, what's wrong with you? Not that I was going to see the movie anyway, but now I'm double not going to go see the movie. Right.
Well, the thing that gets me, the thing that really gets me about all this is that Marvel would let this happen.
Right.
DC, I can totally see because they're lefty losers. They have, it's what they do. It's what they put out. They ruin Superman. But to see Marvel sticking with this when by looking at their own content, every one of those stories is based on what?
What?
Right-wing traditional values.
Oh,
all of them.
That's because back then that's all there was. But, you know.
I don't know. Marvel just released a couple. God, there was another Deadpool, for God's sake.
Yeah, but Deadpool is a parody, and Marvel really hasn't been the same since Endgame. So.
Well, it was Endgame.
That's true, but there are going to be more Avenger movies, believe it or not.
Well, that's
and they
just
better
right.
get their act together, or nobody's going to go see Phase 17.
No.
I got news for you.
No.
Yeah, we don't want it.
No, you start screwing up these characters and these people and changing out people for other
room.
people.
Read the room.
Yeah.
Read the room.
Well, it's funny, too, because all these major studios apparently have.
Yeah, but they haven't, clearly. Who do they have in their focus groups?
Yeah.
They pull these lefty loser libs off the street with Ferdinand the Bull nose rings in there.
I think it's the same people that provide the 1,100 people for polls to the mainstream media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. They asked 1,147 libtards.
At a comic convention.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Super exactly.
So there it is.
Yes.
Get ready to get your tickets for Captain America 2025. Not.
No.
No.
No. No.
Not going to happen.
Like, I don't even know if I'll watch it on the Putlockers.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Nah.
I had no interest. They
No.
kind of killed Captain America for me when they killed Captain America and made this dude Captain America.
Well, I never liked him when he was before pre-death.
Oh, you mean Chris Evans, Captain America? No, me neither.
Once I learned about him as a person.
Exactly, me too.
No interest whatsoever.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was good as the Falcon. They should have just kept him as the damn Falcon.
That's DC, I think.
No, the Falcon and the Snowman was Marvel.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was great in it. And that suited him.
Mm-hmm.
And now they go make him Captain America. I liked Wyatt Russell. Wyatt Russell played Captain America for a little while in the interim between Chris Evans and Mackie.
Yeah.
And I thought he was fabulous.
Yeah. Well, he's in that other series too
We're
now.
watching Monarch. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Fantastic in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he won't be going on there saying no bad stuff about America.
Well, you know, it's funny that with him and his father and Clint Eastwood and his son, it's good to see.
Yeah.
That they're still putting out some good quality.
And it's funny, you know what you don't see with either Wyatt Russell or Scott Eastwood?
Mm-hmm.
Them going on talk shows promoting all that woke crap.
No.
Right.
Well, on the one hand, right, but I think the story would be different if, you know, Wyatt was recruited in Vancouver and was a nobody before he started acting, and Scott was another nobody
just making
from
the
Indiana.
point. That's
right?
just making the point.
Yeah.
That foundational values are critical, and they carry through.
Well, and if you happen to be in a family of Hollywood legendary, that goes a long way too.
Yeah, well, there are several woke ones of those, though. I guess it depends on your family's values.
I think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, moving on today, we got one from Wall Street Apes. That's big. It's ICE is executing immigration checkpoints in Texas. All are detained if they are illegal. Doesn't matter if you have a criminal record or not.
Yeah, this was interesting to me.
Well, I'm going to quit pissing around here. I've learned from my past mistakes of reading an extremely long quotation just to find out they say it in the video anyway.
Yeah.
So here she is.
No, you guys are not just getting people with criminal records. They are doing checkpoints. And with the immigrant, so this is what happened. Yesterday, my mom got pulled over at 10 a.m. outside of the house. But my mom is a citizen. She does have a citizenship to America. So they pulled her over and they advised her that they have a checkpoint and that they need to see her driver license or documentation. So my mom showed her her ID and they let her go. This morning, my dad was pulling out to leave. My mom was going to meet him out in the front because they were going to take the same car, but they were just going to park the other car out on the street. And as my dad was pulling out, a bunch of undercovers, pulled him over and asked him for a driver license and said, we are doing a checkpoint. We need to see, driver license, etc. Obviously, my dad is an immigrant. My dad does not have documentation. So obviously they detained my dad. So my mom pulled over and she called me crying. The unfortunate part is that I'm in Texas because it's my grandpa's 90th birthday party, his dad's birthday party today. So, my mom, he had left his phone in the truck. I took him to the center, and then my dad called my mom from there and told her, they're taking me straight to Las Vegas. They have executive orders to pick up whoever is illegal, is an immigrant, and send them straight through. Not even put them in the jail. They're going to detain them at the Las Vegas Detention Center. All the immigrants that are already there, they're going to go drop them off in TJ. He left his phone in the truck. Luckily, the ICE detainee or police officer let my mom take his phone back so he can call us when he does get to TJ. So they met her at the gate. My mom said, my daughter wants to speak to you. We have a lawyer. And he said, we're not getting involved with that. We have executive orders to shoot whoever's undocumented straight back. Not even put them in the jail system, just shoot them straight back. So it's not just criminal records, you guys. This is all immigrants are doing checkpoints. They're not caring about your rights. They don't care about the law. They're out there raw.
Right on.
Now,
they don't care about your rights. You don't have any.
God, I could go on for days now about this. I don't know what the disconnect is. I think the mainstream media is using this as a point of seriousness. It's what we've got to stand on.
Notice she didn't say illegal. It was all immigrants. She never said illegal immigrants.
Well, and that's the other thing. Look at how honest and oh my God, feel sorry for me this video is.
Yeah.
She basically explains how her father is an illegal.
Right.
And because she's born here, she's a citizen. And now he's being deported, but he's an immigrant. He's not an immigrant. He's an invader.
Right.
I don't know what the disconnect is.
I mean,
these
here's
are not
the thing.
immigrants.
Here's the thing. If you came in through a valid port of entry and were vetted through a freezing night like somebody else I know, and then were allowed in because you came through a legal port of entry and you had a legal reason to do so, then you entered legally. If you entered in any other way, like swimming across the Rio Grande, or, paddling across the difference between Canada and America,
or come in a shipping container.
That is not a legal entry.
No.
So,
and you're not an immigrant.
That's right.
Oh, God.
And I submit that, the mother wasn't. She came here and somehow got her citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Well, it wasn't explained. She could have been a citizen before they got married.
She could have, but I suspect not. Because the way she said it was, she has her citizenship. She didn't say, my mother's an American.
Right.
So, yeah. There's a difference. Anybody can get citizenship.
Well, and I got to hand it to Tom Homan because all I've been hearing all day today, every angle I look at my phone, it's there. I look at my computers, it's there. I look at Bob across the way, it's there. All I'm hearing is, New York this morning, big press conference. Arizona this morning, big press conference. Another one in Seattle, Washington. All these people are bringing up all these token people who are illegal invaders. They're going to be deported now.
Right.
And they're coming up and well, I own my own home and I own a business.
How?
And
If you're
I
illegal?
employ 38 people and they're all going to be out of work now and blah, blah. How can this stand? Please help me. Right?
It's ridiculous.
Wait a minute. How do you own a house here?
Yeah.
You're illegal.
How do you own a business here and employ other people probably illegally?
I don't know. It must be because I'm white. Because everywhere I turn to try and get a break, nothing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nothing.
No. And yours
You'll wait your time, and that's all there is to it.
You have to wait your time. It's just an adjustment of status for you because, you are documented in here.
Well, unless he hurries up and annexes Canada so I can...
Yeah, I wish he would. Then you'd just be a citizen. That'd be great. Problem solved.
But yeah, the mitigation is in full force today. Make no mistake.
It is.
A lot of folks are talking about the confirmations coming up this week. Word out of Virginia University today, political, I guess, commentator. I've not seen her before. She was on Fox News.
Who's that?
I forget her name. Some Jewish lady with glasses, probably about 60 years old.
Well, that narrows it down.
Extremely knows everything there is to know about politics, left and right. She comes across with totally no emotion one way or another. You can tell she's clearly not a lib. She's clearly not a righty. She's not pro-Trump. She's not against Trump. She just gives you all the information, which I thought was refreshing as hell.
Yeah.
I love it. So she's out there today, and she's saying, the Fox was trying to insinuate that RFK is going to have a lot of problems tomorrow at his confirmation. And she was assuring everyone that no, based on all the information that she has, which you can tell from her speaking for 5 minutes that it was quite extensive. She says that the big problem with this week is not going to be RFK at all. She says, I predict zero
he
problems
has the votes from
moving
what I
forward
understand.
with him. She says the one to watch is Thursday with Tulsi Gabbard.
When's Cash?
Cash Patel is Wednesday.
Oh,
it's Cash Wednesdays.
Oh, I can't wait.
That's right.
I read today on the Twitter that it might be held, her nomination, her confirmation hearing, in a secret skiff.
Well, I don't know how they're going to do that because it's already slated for Fox News at 12 noon on
and
Thursday.
These confirmation hearings should be public.
Well, I'm going to say it again. Full stop. They shouldn't even have them. If you have a president coming into office,
that's true.
He should be just full stop allowed to nominate and install the people he wants. I don't understand.
I agree that the president should absolutely 100% get to decide his team. Now look at the last administration we had.
Exactly, and they all confirmed.
Well,
it's a waste of time.
That was because they had,
money,
the hold on the Senate and stuff like that. But now they all belong to us. But it's a safeguard against a really super bad administration.
Well, we just went through one, so I would submit it doesn't work.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty then.
No, it doesn't work. Screw it. Throw it out. Baby with the bathwater. Moving on today.
Ooh.
I don't know. ACYN.
Oh, yeah, whatever. He's a libtard.
Akin.
He's a libtard.
Well, he posts, Jennings, this salute trutherism is outrageous.
Yeah.
Rempel, do it right now on TV. If you think it's normal, a normal way to greet people, do it right now on TV. Why don't you? I have no idea, but here we go.
This salute trutherism is outrageous. This is the most.
Do it right now on
biggest.
TV.
This is the biggest conspiracy.
Do it right now on TV.
It's crazy.
If you think it's normal, if you think this is a normal way to greet people, do it right now on TV. Why won't you?
I would have.
This salute trutherism is outrageous. This is the most.
Do it right now on TV.
This is the biggest conspiracy.
Do it right now on TV.
It's crazy.
If you think it's normal, if you think this is a normal way to greet people, do it right now on TV.
I would have got up, I'd have done it in her face, and I'd have done every other hand gesture that's ever been known to man. And I would have said, now what are you going to do about it? This is a big problem. This is a huge problem, is that the left still thinks this is 2018 and that this matters to people.
Well, it's funny, and it has nothing to do with this, but last night, whipping through YouTube, I actually caught a clip of the Auschwitz memorial ceremonies for 2024.
I heard about that too, actually.
So I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at all these Jews.
But they weren't, but go ahead.
All these Jews. Well, no, at the official ceremony, yeah, you pretty much got.
That one.
No,
but
yeah.
I mean everybody else.
You,
All right, go ahead.
You, me, and Latifah ain't getting in. Trust me.
Right.
All these Jews sitting there having their services or whatever, blah blah blah, and the camera pans across. Nobody was anywhere near old enough,
right,
to have been there. Because of course, all those folks have just aged out.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So
they've aged out. Oh my
they've
God.
aged out. So you got nobody that was there anymore. All we've got is Wikipedia and Google to tell us what happened.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But here's the thing, though. These 30 and 40 somethings just openly sitting there with their heads down, bawling.
Yeah.
And bawling. And,
Right.
and I'm just like, are you kidding?
It's more virtue signaling now at this stage.
Oh, my God. It exactly what
It's
it came
like
across to me as.
Yeah. I mean, it's history. It's history. And this is what I fail to understand is that, genocide, war, atrocity, all of this stuff has happened since the beginning of civilization.
Yeah. And
Why
continues
is this
to.
one so super special?
Yeah. And continues to because it's part of human nature.
Exactly.
You can't
Look at the
not have it.
Uyghurs. Look at the Uyghurs.
Do you realize right now, folks, that ultimately Elon Musk is going to be responsible for Star Wars?
Yeah.
Because he's going to build the spacecraft that they shoot at each other with in space.
Yeah.
If there's humans in space, there's going to be Star Wars.
Right.
No matter what.
Well, that's the reason there's a Space Force already. We all know this.
Right.
Right, exactly. But two things. And one about the memorial service. You see tons of people posting on here about just what you said.
Right.
And that how they're mad because the people, I guess celebrating is the wrong word. I guess the people commemorating.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Commemorating are not mentioning Jews at all. They are doing this commemoration in honor of anyone who has been unjustly killed or harmed or whatever. And the Jews are pissed.
I was going to say, they're actually acknowledging the Italians, the Irish, the
They
Scottish.
are mad.
Really?
I think they're thinking more about black people and like LGBTQ and stuff when they do this. They're trying to include everybody. So now they're hijacking the Holocaust. And there's going to be some crap going down.
Oh.
You can find it on there. Like,
Really?
go down. Yeah, they're mad. Not one mention of a Jew anywhere in that clip and blah, blah, blah. Because you actually have people filming themselves lighting candles for everybody who's been unjustly killed, and they're not admitting it.
I'm so sorry. You are not a member of the LGBT Jew. Next window.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. But, it has to fail. And Elon, they're pissed off, and they're really going after Elon because he told Germany, let go of the guilt, people.
Yeah.
It's like almost 100 years, for God's sakes.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Let go of the guilt. And they have to. And this is what I always say. I have said this from the beginning, that Europe is in such bad shape, and they were so easily claimed because they harbored different scars from World War II than we did. So.
Well, just take a little segment there of the horrifying shit that the Japanese did to us, and then that we subsequently did to them. And look at, we've been allies for
forever.
40, 50
and
years
so
now.
much so, we kicked their butts so bad, they're like never going to war ever again, ever.
Unless it's right beside our ships.
Well, that's true. I
That
mean,
they are-
they won't
no.
ever go against us again. But
Basically, right now, I consider Japan to be part of America. I do.
I mean, yeah, to me, I guess it's not a Western country. But I mean, if there was, where did I say yesterday on the show? Places I always wanted to go. That's the first place I want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if we've gotten over that,
Hurry up and grow up, children.
same time period, what the hell's the difference?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's exactly the same time period.
So what is it?
Poland's freaking out. Poland is banning Teslas from Poland and stuff. Oh, yeah. They're mad. And I said to Poland, listen, you're great about preserving your national heritage. You're great about immigration and not letting Islam in, but don't get crazy, Maisie.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about it.
Yeah.
Now you're starting to push it.
So $6 million in the supposed gas chambers with wooden doors that aren't airtight, or atomic bombs.
Well, we're not.
Which way you want to go, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like I don't see any difference. War is war. And the other thing is that all these rules that have come out since then, how many lives have those cost us?
Well, that's true.
There's rules of engagement BS.
Right.
Brought to you by the fine folks at the WEF.
Because it was just a big, excuse for the globalists to now get more people under control.
It's because I think people got tired of the Brits exterminating everybody.
Yeah, well, colonialism. Yeah, I know. But again,
or anybody. Look at the African tribes.
it's human nature.
How
It's
many
not
did
gonna
they wipe
stop.
out? Yeah. Right.
And that's just the way it is.
Africans I'm talking about, wiping out Africans, not whites.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're talking about how Elon is bringing back apartheid and all kinds of stuff.
God.
It's just ludicrous. It's just ludicrous. And again, the point of this whole diatribe is don't fall for the crap.
Yeah.
The conditioning is super deep with us.
Yeah.
It's super deep. It's really deep with Europe, but it's deep with us too. And it's not a betrayal. I mean, look, I have family that fought in World War II, for God's sakes. We all did, right? It's not a betrayal of that mission that they successfully accomplished and were heroic at, to now understand that what's done is done and it cannot be held over our heads for the rest of our lives.
Well, I got a feeling, because the chat room is really quiet, that you're not getting much opposition today to that.
Well, good, because I don't care.
Well, and I think people are actually starting to really see all this stuff for what it is. I think that awakening you've been talking about for 10 years is actually really taking hold. And I think that the more that the mainstream media really just tries to double down, and and the lefties and Democrats just try to double down, I mean, everybody can see through it.
Yeah, I hope so. And they need to, because it's the difference between what we almost just lost and actually losing it.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, that important. Well, thank you, Aachen, for the lovely post on that. That was good.
And now my favorite story of the day.
I was wondering when we were getting to it.
I swear to God, they're listening to this show, because Elon's talking about Germany has to let go of the guild. And how long have I been talking about that? And now, and everybody who listens to this show will know I've said this. Play this beautiful thing.
Well, Johnny Maga is posting it today. Here we go.
They're very dangerous people. They're violent people. I used to say these are more violent than our criminals. In fact, the best part about them is they make our criminals look quite nice, actually, by comparison. They are very violent people. We also have many violent criminals in our country, however, that did not necessarily come here illegally, but have been arrested 30 times, 35 times, 41, 42 times in a couple of cases, 25 times, 18 times, many for murder and other heinous charges such as pushing people into subways. As the train's coming along at 45 miles an hour, boom, you get pushed into the subway. They had it last week. Hitting them in the head with baseball bats while they're not looking, punching old ladies in the face, knocking them unconscious and stealing their purse. They even break into apartments and rape elderly women and beat up elderly men, beat them to hell. And I don't want these violent repeat offenders in our country any more than I want illegal aliens from other countries who misbehave.
Exile.
And I say, and this is subject to getting it approved, but if they've been arrested many, many times, they're repeat offenders by many numbers, I want them out of our country. I also will be seeking permission to do so. We're going to get approval, hopefully, to get them the hell out of our country along with others. Let them be brought to a foreign land and maintained by others for a very small fee, as opposed to be maintained in our jails for massive amounts of money, including the private prison companies that charge us a fortune. Now, let them be brought out of our country and let them live there for a while. Let's see how they like it. You'll see crime all over the country dry up. Essentially, that's what Venezuela and other countries are doing. They're getting rid of their criminals and putting them into the United States of America.
Yeah.
And their crime is down by almost 80%.
Sounds good to me.
We're going to restore law and order in America, and we want to bring back the death penalty for these horrible people that kill people. They kill people. It's always a tough thing to say because I don't like it. Nobody likes it. But if you don't do it, we're just looking for trouble.
I like it.
I love it. I love it. Sorry, you're not going to see me crying because some drug-crazed scumbag broke into somebody's house and murdered them trying to get money for their drugs. And now they're on death row, and it's time for them to get the shot, and they're all crying Jesus. No, I don't really give a crap. You should have thought about that before you did it.
100%. Yep.
And that's the thing. It's hard. It's hard. You know, it's the conditioning, though. This is exactly what I'm saying.
They have rights.
Exactly. They had a bad childhood. Well, who the hell didn't?
Right.
I mean, if you really want to sit here and compare childhoods of people, there are many, many that have much, much worse that have made amazing things of themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So there's absolutely zero excuse. And it's not on us to coddle everyone. In my world, no child would ever be harmed, abused, or neglected. They'd all know love, and they'd all be supported and raised with self-esteem. That's my thing.
Yeah.
But this isn't a perfect world. It's not a perfect world. I can't raise every child, so I can't do that. It's not going to happen. I mean, maybe something needs to be done where, you know, like we have to have a license to drive a car or fly a plane or have a gun. How about a license to have children?
Well, you know, I think once Elon gets enough people up on Mars, you can actually ask him. He may rename this to Kate World.
Maybe. That would be nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody should have children. Like, not by a long shot.
God, no.
And it's what always drove me crazy about the abortion debate. When I was doing psychology, and I used to work with abused and neglected children, and I used to see the results of that. And so many times, your heart breaks, and so many times you say to yourself, this poor child shouldn't have been born. Like, it was born for this, like this atrocious, horrific abuse. And now is taking this into the rest of their life damaged.
Right.
And a lot of these kids had so many problems. They, you know, I never saw much good being able to come from it because they were so damaged. You can't not be damaged. And these are where these repeat offenders that Trump was just talking about come from, right?
And that's how we got liberals, Timmy.
Well, that's true, too. Well, I think that liberals are just on a different planet. Yeah, they're just on a different planet. But
well, it's gotten so bad now with them that it's not even the parents doing the abusing. It's the kids doing the abusing to themselves.
Well, now, yeah.
They're just creating.
Yeah.
Right?
Lib parents just kind of threw their hands up.
Right.
And just like, yep, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Wow. I mean,
but it's again the foundational lack.
Right.
And they're not supported at home. We used to have support at school. Now they're going from home to an even crazier environment at school.
Oh, yeah.
And the country is such a mess. There's no foundational support for these children, you know, anywhere. We used to have community groups and youth groups and things like that. You know, we don't have any of that foundational stuff for these kids anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the problem. We need to get back to all of that.
Well, and see, there's so much to all of this. Like all of these things that President Trump and his cabinet are dealing with and going to be dealing with and going to be fixing in the next 4 years. And yeah, okay, you can talk about J.D. Vance for another 8. And you can talk about Elon Musk for another 8. And you can talk about Barron for another 8. And keep the dynasty going, whatever. All of that stuff is kind of the cream of the crop, top horrifying stuff that ultimately ends up happening on world scales. But really, like you've said many times, it always boils right back down to the basics at home. Right. And I'm not seeing, maybe I'm just not aware, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of movement towards fixing that. Now, in fairness now, looking at that voters map of Donald Trump 2024, you look at all the red districts and you look at the blue districts, and the blue districts are just a little shit smattering now. Those, I think, are where you will, you know, geographically find your problem areas for that stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could be wrong.
Look, we know that there's hope because of that red area. We know that there are people out there who voted for traditional values and a return to American greatness.
Sanity.
So
Yeah.
there is hope. And what I've always said, the kids can't go outside and play anymore.
Right.
When was the last time you actually saw kids playing on the street, except for maybe like the ones that run around in the cities because they have no supervision?
I was going to say every once in a while, Steve Inman puts out a clip.
Right, exactly. And that has to change, and that'll change with Trump's plan to get rid of the illegals that are killing them and get rid of the criminals that are kidnapping and killing them, destroy the cartels that are sex trafficking them. So once we do all that, the kids can go out and play again, and we can have communities again.
Wow.
And the next generation will not be the way the last two have been.
Yeah.
And if RFK fixes health and vaccines and autism drops and all this kind of stuff, we might be okay.
As long as you liquidate the FDA while you're at it.
Yeah, we got to liquidate them all. Raise and rebuild.
Well, we are running out of time. We are running out of
Shocker.
time. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're not. I'm an idiot. Hi.
We have 2 more minutes because today's FAFO compilation is 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
I'm a retard.
That's okay. We still love you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, don't let me stop you then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Too late. I already stopped you.
You
right?
did. I was on a roll.
God damn it.
Yeah. So, yeah. And it doesn't take me 2 minutes to do my sign off. So,
No.
any
this is
questions from
that's
the
good.
peanut gallery?
Lots of peanuts in the peanut gallery today.
Yeah. No questions in the chat room or.
Well, they're thinking. It takes them a minute.
we need
Don't
to
forget.
do like call-ins or something.
Hello. We can have them all in here on
Back
video.
in the day.
No, we don't do that anymore. We can put them up on screen now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the future and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we can do that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Like this family and their robot and the turkey. There's that special shiny turkey with milk and champagne glasses. Oh, you don't have that up anymore.
The shiny. Well, I can get it back up.
Are we going to be streaming the first press briefing or no?
Well, we can do. Do you want to just keep going here and I can punch it up or?
No, but I mean, I just thought we'd stream it for the lovely people here.
The press briefing now. Which
It's
one
Caroline's first press briefing from the White House today at 1:00.
Oh, at 1:00. At 1:00, yes, I will make the necessary arrangements to facilitate that need.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All right. So on that, we will be back in 1 hour with the first ever press briefing of
No, we're not
what's her
going to be
name?
back in an hour. It is 1:00.
What's her name?
Caroline Leavitt.
Caroline Leavitt. Never heard of her.
Well, you'll know her when you see her.
Whatever. It's
But
better than Karine Jean-Pierre.
It's 1:00 now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be back in 1 minute then after I stop this stream, change over everything, start another stream, and just continue on.
Well, good thing they're always late. I don't know if she's going to come on time. If she's anything like Trump, you have time.
Yeah, he'll be an hour late.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he's not going to be on, I don't think. I think it's just her.
right.
Anyway, it's really interesting because, like you said, it won't be a Karine Jean-Pierre situation.
No.
No.
God. Wonder what she's doing now.
Don't care. Do not care. Whatever it is, I hope it's miserable.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't. Speaking as a former employer of people, I can't see anybody hiring her. Not even with the fame. Oh, you're famous. Yeah, you were that idiot that spoke for the moron.
She'll probably have a show on CNN.
Right. Or probably Whoopi's replacement on The View.
Oh, my God.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, we need to get rid of that show, too. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
All right, gang. Well, that is it. We are out of time.
Yes, and thank you so much for coming today. We really appreciate you coming every day for lunch. We look forward to it, to being here for you, and love that you're here with us. Thank you so much. We are going to end with a wonderful compilation of FAFO for you today. I want you to have an amazing Tuesday. I'll see you here tomorrow, same time. Love you more than catnip.
And don't forget to give this man, Steve Inman, a follow because, well, this is why.
down here at the 24-hour cafe. Heil comes in with a friggin' sucker bitch slap, and it looks like Fat Joe comes in with a slap of his own. Javier kisses the back of his hand and gives him the taste of it.
Trying to grind his freaking eyes out of his freaking skull. Now skull effing him big time, and now he doesn't like it as his skull continues to get violated with his hands, mixing it up with some combinations.
This man tells his wife to hold his beer as he pulls off a clothesline from hell as he stops this thief in progress. Little bit of a road altercation here, and it looks like this man has brought a cane to a slap fight and gets bitch slapped onto the asphalt, and this man has to go back to his truck because Discount Gene Simmons wanting to get tough, wanting to get out of his freaking convertible Nissan that he thinks he's badass in, then walks away with his freaking candy cane after being told he's a little bitch. Well, nobody knows what started this argument in the first place here in Paraguay in a downtown shopping center, very popular shopping center, but we know how it ends. My God, slams him into the depths of hell. Man, and walks away like a straight mother effing G, and his buddies laughing as they walk away. This dude's just rehearsing nursery rhymes. This one's hard to stomach as an old man attacks a child and knocks him out. The mom gets involved. Now the father comes in with the friggin' hand of Thanos and sends his coward into another multiverse, rightfully so, now dragging his ass on that hepatitis-infested floor. Hopefully he takes him in the back and puts his head in a vice like Joe Pesci did in Casino. Imagine coming home from a hard day's work when all of a sudden you're defending yourself from a thief that's trying to take your bag, your belongings, but all of a sudden you have a woman that comes out with a flying kick. Andy Tifa blocking roads in Seattle once again, and this man is taking the law into his own hands. Everybody just trying to get home to their hot turkey pie sitting on the table, but you got friggin' road pirates like this. Them calling out their bluff and letting them know that this is bullshit. Your gun is fake as hell, and now putting down the ground and pound. He's like, where the hell are you going, Shrimp Dick? Get back here. Well, cultural enrichment continues to enrich countries all around the world. Most cases, third world countries aren't sending their very best, as seen here. A mental patient, booyah, takes one to the chin and collapses like a marionette puppet that got its strings cut.
A little bit of an altercation on the road. This man loses his temper and throws an item at the car. And obviously this unleashes the beast. My God, now offering this man some free dental health care. My God, rearranging his face with some cosmetic surgery. He's like seasoned speeding douchebag. Now here's your complimentary one-way first-class ticket to Goo Goo Gaga Land. Good night.
Welcome back to San Fran Cesspool. That's right, we have a naked man with a fire extinguisher with his egg roll hanging out with a mask. But it's just too bad that the mask doesn't protect him from taking a shot to the back of the dome